Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks, episode number 14. And the title of tonight's episode is called Inspiration, right? Now, one of my friends recently asked me, hey Shamar, what's the mindset behind all these podcasts? What's the end goal? What's the purpose? Funny, right? The previous podcast episode was called Purpose, and here we are speaking of purpose again, right? Now, I turned to him and I told him that the purpose of these podcasts is to provide motivation and inspiration, and I really wanted us to focus on inspiration because motivation, one thing I realized is that motivation gets you excited. You get what I'm saying? Motivation gets you excited because look, the reason why we're all here is because somebody got excited and somebody got motivated. That's why all of us are here on this earth right now. You get what I'm saying? But inspiration, on the other hand, that's when things happen. That's when big things happen. When somebody is inspired to do something. Because look, right now, all of us have jobs, right? And the thing about the job is that you don't go to your job because you're motivated to go. You go to your job because you're inspired. The only thing about it is that it's negative inspiration. You get what I'm saying? Because if you don't go, you don't get a paycheck. And if you don't get a paycheck, you're behind your bills, right? And if you're behind your bills, you're in debt. You get what I'm saying? So that's the power of inspiration. Now, I came across something that I really wanted to share with you guys tonight. And I hope I'm able to package it where you guys leave this episode inspired to do something. And like I said, when I had the conversation with my friend, I said that the purpose of the podcast is to be able to inspire people to change some things, work on some things, or just to become the best version of themselves. So just in case if you guys didn't know, that's the purpose of these episodes, and that's the purpose of this podcast. That's the purpose of Eagle Podcast Night Talks, to be able to help you guys, to be able to inspire you guys, because obviously guys, you guys are blessed. You get what I'm saying? You guys was made for greatness. The only thing is that you have to look into yourself and realize that hey, I was made for a reason. Because like I told you guys in the last episode that there is two most important days of a person's life, and if you guys haven't heard the previous podcast, I would highly recommend it. Purpose. Now, in the previous podcast, I said that there's two most important days. The first day is when you're born, right? Because when you're born, right, that's the most important day, right? And the second day is when you know why, and that's why you need to get a purpose, like I said in the previous podcast. And the reason why I'm tying that into this topic tonight is because you need to know that you're the person who you are right now is just a fraction of who you're gonna become if you make the right decisions. If you make the right decisions, if you do what you're supposed to do. Because I heard this recently from one of my mentors. He said that hell, the definition of hell is when you die and you see the person that you were meant to be. And because obviously there's two people. The first person is a person who didn't do anything. They wasn't inspired to do anything. They just went, they just live life and just whatever, right? But the next person is a person that chased their goal, found their purpose, and did what they had to do to become the best version of themselves. Now they say that's the definition of hell, when you see the person you were supposed to be, you were meant to be, and all you have to do is just change some stuff, work on some stuff, and obviously develop yourself. And like I said, this is where the Eagle Podcast would come into play to be able to help you guys. Because like I said, just like how you guys are growing and learning, my goal and the purpose of Eagle Podcast is to be able to help you guys to be able to say, hey, this is where I'm at right now. What can I do to be able to level up? What can I do to be able to move forward on my path? And just like what you guys heard in the last two episodes, where I talked about the challenge. If you haven't checked it out yet, please go check it out. All right, because in that podcast, those are like some action steps of what you can do after you find out your purpose. All right, those are some action steps that you can take. Now, just to wind down, I came across something because I'm currently reading this book because I also have a book club where we read one book a month, right? Now, the book that I'm reading right now, it's called The 40 Ways of Being Uncommon, and it's a fantastic read. I would highly recommend it. Now, in one of the chapters, the chapter is called Do Good, Choose Right. Funny, right? We're just talking about making the right decision. So yeah, the chapter is called Do Good, Choose Right. Now, it says, somebody somewhere still remembers you today because you were good to them when no one else was. The world says to take care of yourself, but God says take care of others and He will take care of you. Do good for others, it will come back in unexpected ways. The Bible promises that good things you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. Knowing that whatever good anyone does, he will receive the same from the Lord. Don't be concerned about whether anybody will see your good deeds. The sun rises beautifully in the morning while most of us are asleep. Several people have been quoted saying, do everything with a good heart and expect nothing in return, and you will never be disappointed. Understand that sometimes others don't notice the good things we do for them until we stop doing them. And it also says that do not allow the actions or inactions of others to decrease your effort to do good. You will never regret being kind. If you find yourself in a place to change a negative atmosphere to a positive one, do it. Do it, guys. Do it. All right, do it, because you have that power. So do it. And it says, the world needs more of that. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The world needs positive people like you, my listeners. You get what I'm saying? Be a hope giver, because once you offer hope, you make anything possible. A positive world brightens a darkened world. Focusing on the good has a way of driving out a lot of what's bad. So bring a little sunshine everywhere you go. And like I said, guys, that's what I came across after reading this book. And like I said, I just wanted to share it with you guys, because like it says in the chapter, that you do good. If you do good, good things come back to you. And that's the purpose of the Eagle Podcast. Our goal is to be able to impact people's life and to be able to help them. And if you find a way to help somebody, aren't you going to help them? Of course. So if we can help you guys, you're going to help somebody else. And one thing one of my senior mentors always says, that success is not measured by how much money you make. It's measured by how many people are better off because you lived. All right. So just to wind down, I got a quick story for you guys before we wrap up. Now, there was this guy, he was driving his car and he got stuck in a mud pit. And a farm was close by, and he went over there and, he spoke to the farmer. Hey, farmer, my car is stuck. Do you have anybody or anything can help me to get out of this pothole? The farmer said, yes, I got some donkey. And when he said that, he's like, got some donkey in his mind, And the farmer brought one donkey, and the guy looked at the donkey. The donkey was scrawny. And then the farmer says, hey, this is Tommy. However, I just want to give you a heads up. Tommy is blind. And he's like, in his mind again, the guy is like, oh my God, the donkey is blind. So what is this donkey going to do? But he's like, you know what? Let me just shut up, because, the farmer brought him here for a reason. No, the farmer, what he did was that he tied the donkey to the car. And like I said, guys, the donkey name is Tommy. And then the farmer said, hey, driver, get in the car. So when the driver got into the car, and the farmer says, pull Thomas, pull Jimmy, pull Sarah, pull Tommy. And as soon as the farmer says pull Tommy, the donkey pulled the car out of the pothole of the mud. And the guy was able to get his car out. Now, after the whole ordeal, the guy, parked his car to the side, thanked the farmer, and then he said, hey, farmer, I know you said the donkey name is Tommy, but why did you call all those other names? And the farmer turned to him and said, hey, If Tommy knew he was the only one pulling, he wouldn't pull. But once he heard that other people was pulling for him and working with him, that's what inspired him to make a move. And the moral of that story, guys, is that the purpose of Eagle Podcast is to, make both of us work together. You get what I'm saying? Both of us can work towards a goal, work towards a purpose, and become the best version of ourselves. And like I said, guys, you have the seed of greatness in you. You can make it happen. You can do anything that you put your mind to. But like I said, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. But anything you put your mind to, you can accomplish it, as long as you're willing to pay the price. All right? And yeah, guys, like I said, guys, Eagle Podcast is back. If you haven't checked out the previous podcast, definitely go check them out. All right. And like I said, guys, if this podcast added any value to you, help us to share it. Help us to put the word out there. Because like I said, the purpose of the Eagle Podcast Night Talk is to be able to help people and to impact to people. So help us. We need your help. All right. And leave a comment, guys. Leave a comment. Because I don't know if you guys know this. When you guys leave a comment, I repost it. You get what I'm saying? So other people can see what you guys are getting. Alright, so keep those comments coming. And again, guys, Eagle Podcast Night Talks. Shamar Brown here. Good night.